Who needs good grades if Harvard is giving out free A's?
I thought this was actually really interesting, specifically in the Harvard Crimson. Harvard University, many know as one of the elite American education institutions. Even Harvard is saying, hey, some of these school processes that we have, some of the education elements that we have are not great, specifically when it comes to grade inflation. This is from the Harvard Crimson itself, so the school's own newspaper. More Harvard college students than ever are passing their classes with flying colors. But the college's evaluation system is failing to perform the key functions of grading, according to a report released by the Office of Undergrad Education on Monday. It found that more than 60% of grades awarded at Harvard were A's. Well, hold on. 60% of all of the grades in schools are A's. I understand that the majority of people that go to Harvard, minus the DEI admissions, which is 100% still happening. Don't think that it's not for a second, because it definitely is. 60% of the grades are A's.
You gotta be kidding me.
Because I remember in high school specifically learning that a C was average, a B is going above and beyond, and an A is like the cream of the crop. You're telling me that 60% of people in every single class that they have to take at Harvard are just so high above and beyond that they deserve an A in the school? Now, compare that to 2 decades ago. It was only a quarter. In other words, in the last 20 years, it has gone from 25% of people get A's in their classes to 60% of A's. The Crimson goes on to say the faculty committee is exploring whether instructors should be able to award a limited number of A pluses to undergrads to crack down on grade inflation, according to the reports. In other words, instead of resetting what the letter grade actually is or means, they say, no. Instead of doing that, let's create another tier above that, which means A plus. The highest grade an undergraduate can receive is an A, and the committee says that the proposal is going to potentially quell inflation. The last piece of information that I thought was interesting out of this is that since 2015, the proportion of students receiving A grades has risen by 20 percentage points. So in just 10 years, 20% higher of the kids that are getting A's in their classes. The median grade point average in 2015 was 3.46. Now it is 3.83, which is, again, crazy. This kind of is in line with a bunch of the stuff that's happening in municipal school areas that have effectively saying, well, we can't fail any of these students because that'll make us look bad. And if we look bad, we might lose our funding. So sure, just give everyone an A. And you kind of expect that from local public schools. You don't expect that from, quote unquote, one of the most elite universities on planet Earth. It is crazy to say the least, specifically considering the fact that Harvard supposedly is one of the best institutions.